A Chicago company used social media analytics to predict the outcome of the election. They came pretty close, predicting a potential electoral tie of 269 to 269. That's a lot closer than mainstream media polls. Joining me now is Jaime Brugueras, head of analytics for Networked Insights. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
The polling was a disaster this election. How is your method different from traditional polls? How did you guys get it almost right?
It's very simple. It uses social data. So it's not relying on calling people on the phone in the middle of the night, asking them who they're going to vote for. It's relying on people who have gone on Twitter and Facebook and all the commenting places and put their opinions online. And we've gone and analyzed that information, cleaned it up, run it through a statistical model to come up with what we saw.
Sure. So Jaime, would you see a lot of differences based on the news cycle? For example, when the Access Hollywood tapes came out or Clinton's leaked emails were released? And how did you factor sort of that information into your analysis?
Yeah, we saw huge swings all across throughout after every debate, after the tapes were released, after any big news or event, we saw huge swing one way and the other. And the way we capture that information is by going after what emotions were people expressing online.
So this is feelings, Jaime. So you were actually really tapping into feelings. This just wasn't people answering on the phone saying, yes, I think I'm going to vote for Hillary Clinton.
Yes. Were they angry? Were they satisfied, not satisfied? Did they love a candidate? Did they have a desire to vote for him? So we looked at all those expressions that people use to express those emotions and then quantify them across every state.
Why wasn't this information in the mainstream media? Because I think this is exactly what would have been able to have pollsters and journalists understand the hidden Donald Trump vote. And do you plan on doing that in the future?
It's new. That's why nobody kind of was using it. People have tried to use social media. It's fallen short because they just count how many people talked about Donald Trump or how many people talked about Hillary. And so by looking at the emotions, it's definitely something new. Are we going to do it again? Definitely.
How do you think this is going to change campaign strategy in the future?
It's just going to be a very valuable voter intelligence data set that needs to be looked at.
Thank you so much, Jaime Brugueras, head of analytics for Networked Insights, and you're in Chicago. Thanks again.
Thank you.